And here we go. First of all, I want to make sure that we understand what's going to happen with this video. I want to rate the 135-pound division from best to worst only when it comes to the following fighters. Because they're the only one that matters when it comes to 135 pounds. Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney. Right? So again, Teofimo Lopez, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney. Now, I do understand, I do know that we still got Vasily Lomachenko. I believe ESPN got him as the one of the best fighters out there. I don't think he is. So I'm not going to concentrate on Vasily Lomachenko. I think that loss that he had with Teo really did a number of his career. I believe 14 fights and he already got 2 losses, and people claim that he's the best fighter ever. I don't think so. So we're going to keep him out of this list. I do understand and I do know that Vasily is a hell of a great fighter. He has a lot of talent, but unfortunately he hasn't done enough in the sport to rate him in the top hundreds of the sport. Okay, so it's not gonna happen on this video. So today we're gonna concentrate on what I personally like to call the 4 horsemen. So when it comes to the 4 horsemen, I think the weakest out of all of them is by far Ryan Garcia. So Ryan Garcia, what can I say about Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia has a lot of talent. This month, on January 2nd, he fought Luke Campbell. We noticed a couple of things about Ryan Garcia that stand out. The first one was he needs to work on his footwork. The boy needs a lot of help in that footwork. 2, he might have a weak chin. We don't know yet if he does because he got tested and got up. But what happens when someone like Gervonta Davis hits some tank? I don't think he's going to be able to get back up, or even Teofimo Lopez. Okay? So let's talk about Ryan Garcia, his weak chin, and the fact that he needs a lot of work with his footwork. And also concentrate on the fact that Ryan Garcia sticks to the plan, so that's a plus. It's definitely a plus. Put a lot of pressure. That's a plus. And 2, he kept poised. He got up. He looked at his corner. And he continued fighting. So that's another plus. Ryan Garcia, unfortunately, will get demolished by any one of those 3 fighters that I mentioned. Teofimo Lopez will stop him. No doubt about that. I think Tank Davis will stop him. I'm pretty sure that he's been huffing and puffing out there that he's definitely going to fight Tank Davis' next fight. That's not going to happen. Matter of fact, there's rumors that he might be fighting in an exhibition match Mike Tyson. I don't think that's going to happen either. But Tank Davis will definitely KO Ryan Garcia. And I do think that Devin Haney beats him. I don't think he's going to stop him. But I do think Devin Haney will give him a boxing lesson. Okay? So out of the four horsemen, Ryan Garcia is the weakest. Okay? Now, my second weakest is debatable. I put in that second spot Gervonta Tank Davis. Remember, this is from weak to strong. Gervonta Davis, for me, has a lot of talent, a lot of skills. The kid has a lot of, he has everything going for himself. Unfortunately, he has a problem with his discipline. Gervonta Davis has a problem with his discipline. Now, it seems that he's corrected the issue that he had with discipline, not making weight, overeating, not taking training to the level that he should be taking it to. And if he does stay the course, I do think that Tank Davis would easily climb up to number 2, especially with the way that he looked knocking out Leo Santa Cruz. That was an amazing uppercut. What a punch. So I do think that Tank Davis is the second weakest out of the bunch, and only because of his discipline. And I know a lot of people are going to criticize me for saying that, but unfortunately, We've only had one fight where Tank Davis has shown his discipline, which is the one with Leo Santa Cruz. Besides that, there's always been this fog around him that he just seemed not to be taking the sport serious. And we know that because he hasn't made weight at times. We know that. Now, my second spot, which is it's going to catch a lot of people by surprise, but my second spot out of the bunch goes to Teofimo Lopez. Now, a lot of people are going to huff and puff and say, hey, Bart, how can you have Lopez as the third weakest when he just beat Lomachenko, right? Vasily. Well, it's simple. I do think that Vasily was overrated. I do think Vasily was overrated. And if you think about it, he got 14 fights, 2 losses. I do know he won the Olympic twice, but we're talking about the pro ranks here. Okay? Now, a lot of people claim that Loma is one of the best fighters ever in the history of boxing to lace up a pair of gloves. And you know what? To those that think that, congratulations. But the truth is, he's not even in the top 100. He's not. He's not. In the history of the sport, no. He's not even in the top 100. Okay? He's a great talent. But unfortunately, Father Time is already catching up to Vasily, so we will never know that. Okay? Now, the other thing is, why I have Teofimo Lopez as the third weakest and not my top guy is because Teofimo Lopez, he's talking a lot of trash and he's not going to back it up. He's not going to back it up. He's talking this whole thing. He wants to fight Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. He's contradicted himself way too much. And at the end of the day, I do think that Teofimo Lopez has a weakness. Okay? And that weakness is the simple fact that Teofimo Lopez has a big problem with people to put pressure on him. He does. That's his only weakness. If you allow Teofimo Lopez to get comfortable in that ring, he's going to eat you alive. Okay? But if you put positive pressure, which is not the same thing that Richard Comey did to him, okay, then you have a good chance of beating Teofimo Lopez. Unfortunately, Teofimo Lopez will have a hard time with my number one fighter at 135-pounder, which is Devin the Dream Haney. Now, Devin Haney, for me, I think a lot of people know the amount of talent that he possesses, and they don't want to get in the ring with him. I don't think a lot of people understand how good he's going to be. Unfortunately, he's not there yet, but we all know that soon he will get there. And it's just a matter of time for him, for Devin Haney, to showcase his talent. Now, the thing with Devin Haney is he's calling everyone under the sun. He wants to fight with everyone. Everyone. He's out there getting into Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want to call it, wars for everyone. But I do think he's willing and able to back it up. And I do think that he has the tools. Now, when it comes to the full package, Devin Haney, for me, is the closest thing to the full package. Unfortunately, his power is not 100% there yet, but he hasn't grown into his body yet. He's not, as they say in boxing, hasn't really shown his men's strength yet, but he will soon. And let me tell you, that boy knows how to box. That boy knows how to box. He can move in the ring very well. He knows where he's at all times. And for that reason, I do have Devin Haney coming on top and being the best fighter out of the 4 horsemen, what I call the 4 horsemen. I do think that he won't have a problem beating Lomachenko at all. I don't think he's going to have a problem beating Ryan Garcia just because Ryan Garcia does not, the kid doesn't move. Ryan Garcia has no footwork at all. I don't think he'll have a problem beating Gervonta Davis, and I don't think he's going to have a problem beating Teofimo Lopez. I do think he's going to have a problem if he tries to knock him out, which he won't. Maybe he might knock out Ryan Garcia, but he's definitely not going to be able to knock out Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Tank. Let me see who else. Javier Fortuna is another one. But at the end of the day, I do see Devin Haney being the top fighter at 135 pounds, the lightweight division. I want to hear from you guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Comment if you want. Let me know what you guys think. And let me know who do you think is the best fighter at 135 pounds, the lightweight division.